What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Agent 31. I appreciate y'all for coming back to the channel. Yeah, man, let's get it started with this video. For today's video, I decided I wanted to give y'all another story time. Y'all showed a lot of love on that last one, man. I appreciate y'all for real. So yeah, for this one, I'm gonna make this one probably two parts, probably one. I don't know, cause it's a pretty crazy story. Today I'm finna be telling y'all about me getting shipped to military school. I went to military school to get my GED because I mean, man, bruh, throughout my whole school career, like I was just always. I mean, school was never my thing, bro. Like today, like if things were still how it was back in the day, I promise you, bro, I'd be trying to figure out how I'm gonna pass the sixth grade for real. Cause like, throughout my whole school career, and like, you feel me? Especially in high school. High school is when it got worse. Cause in high school, it's like, bruh, I didn't do anything, bruh. Swear to God, bruh, I didn't do a single homework assignment. So I just found some notebooks in high school that I used to carry around with me, bro. You open them, it's not a single note in neither one of them. I swear to God, it's like you only thing that's written on my notebooks is my name and the subject for the class. And I wasted time writing that shit. Cause like I said, it was nothing in there, bro. I promise you. You feel me? And it's not that like that I was dumb or anything. I was really that I didn't try. I didn't try at all. And the teachers knew like next day at school they knew not to ask me for my homework because like I didn't do it. Like they walk up to my desk, I just feel me look at it. No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that shit. So, one day, junior year high school, I remember, I'm sitting in class, and then I hear a call over the intercom, like, Sean Crowder to the counselor's office, please. So yeah, they called me to the counselor's office, right? And I get there, and my mama's sitting right there, like in the office, bro, looking hurt. I will never forget the look on my OG face. And to this day, I use that look on her face then to motivate me to and through everything I do now, you know. But I remember going in there, OG sitting right there looking pressed. I'm like, what's going on in here? Counselor tell me like, look, bro, basically, you need at your junior year, you need at least 14 credits in order to be on task with the senior year credits. And right now you're at 9. I'm like, man, 9, nigga. I'm like, bro, for real, like. How I'm at 9 credits? You know what I'm saying? That's how you know I wasn't doing Nathan in there. So she like, yeah, the way it's looking right now, like it'd be kind of impossible for you to catch up. Even like if you went to summer school, like it'll probably only add like 3 credits, you know, and you would still be at 12 and still be behind. So I'm like, man. So I'm like, well, all right, well, what can I do? So she was like, well, you could either repeat or you could drop out. Those are your only 2 options. I'm like, man, for real? I'm like, so at first I'm like, man, I could probably repeat, but I don't want to be those super senior type. You feel me? That's not me, baby. You feel me? I'm Sean. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So I'm like, But if I drop out, what would I do? So I asked her, I'm like, all right, if I drop out, what's my options? She said, you could go to JJC, which is a junior college, you feel me, in the area where I'm from. She said you could either go to JJC, or you could probably get online GED, or there's this military school. Now, not off back, bro. You feel me? When she say military school, first thought is fuck no. You feel me? Military school, hell no. I'm not. You know, fuck that. You feel me? So then she like, you know, I'm gonna give you some time to think about it, but you know, I might need an answer. You feel me? By the end of the week. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I go home, right? Me and OG go home. Right, and this is another reason why I love my mom so much. Cause instead of us getting in the car and her yelling at me, You know you're supposed to do better. Do this and that. We out the band. We got in the car, and she was just instantly, all right. So what do you want to do next? You know what I mean? Cause she already knew it wasn't finna be no way. You know what I'm saying? The counselor just told us ain't no way I'm finna graduate on time. She like, you feel me? What you want to do? So she like, you want to go to JJC? And I'm thinking like, okay, I could go to JJC, but it's basically gonna be putting me back in a situation that I'm already in, which is in class that I can't focus in. I don't know why, bro. It's like in that class, sitting down, I just couldn't focus in. Like all my homies would tell you from high school, bro. If I was having a bad day that day in school, I'd just go to class and put my head down, whole class period. I wouldn't even, you feel me, wasn't paying attention to nothing, right? So I could go to JJC. I could do online. Now I'm thinking, the online don't sound too bad, but I don't have my own computer, right? Only computer in the house. My OG got to use it for her work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I can't, you feel me? Not gonna do the online deal. So I'm like, what's the military school she talking about, right? So we do some research. Lincoln Challenge Academy. We do some research on YouTube, right? And I see like it's like these niggas, these you feel me? These niggas, you feel me? Doing marches and shit. Ooh, out the bam. And like they got these niggas, you feel me, doing interviews on the news and shit. So I'm like, this shit might not be, you feel me? It's looking crazy because they got sergeants yelling at the kids on TV, telling them to do push-ups and everything. But I'm like, this shit might low key be sweet, you know? So we do some more research. Wham. Actually, nah. That asked the counselor. I go to school, ask the counselor, I was like, yeah, so what's that military school you was talking about, right? She's like, oh, it's called Lincoln's Challenge, and woo out the band, basically telling me how the program is, how it go and everything, and when it start. So I'm like, okay. So if I go to Lincoln's Challenge, right? The program didn't start till July. She telling me this shit like what? She telling me this shit like end of December going into winter break. She like well it starts in July, right? Next cycle starts in July. So I'm like, all right, well then can I just drop out, you feel me, on the last day of school, right? And then you feel me, so that way I could at least be here for the rest of the year with the homies, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, I just go to military school. She's like, yeah, you feel me? Yeah, make that happen for sure. So wham, bro. I remember, bro, the rest of that school year, bro. If motherfuckers thought I wasn't doing shit before, gee, I mean, like, bro, it literally went from me doing this much work to this much work. no cap, because I knew I was finna go to military school. So I'm like, bro, don't none of this matter for real. At the end of the year, I'm gone. So man, we get to the end of the school year, and I'm about to make that move. You feel me? Last 3 days of school was the final. Those first 2 days of finals, I didn't show up. I didn't even tell my mama that, and I feel bad because she gonna see this now. But it is what it is. First 2 days of finals, bro, I promise you, I ain't even show up. I showed up on that last day just because it was the last day, right? And man, I just remember, you feel me, telling all my homies like, yeah, you feel me, you know what I'm saying? It's the end of the road for a nigga for real, you know. So you feel me? Fast forward to July. I shipped off July 17th. July 16th, that night, I was with my homie and them, and you know, man, you know, we was, you feel me, blowing the gas. You know what I'm saying? Last night, a free man, what? Psst, blowing the gas, because I had to be gone by like 4 o'clock that morning to make it to Chicago. So yeah, I remember we got there, and we all standing in a line, right? We had to wear a white shirt with blue jeans. We all standing up in the line, and then they asked me like, "You got your ID?" Right? One of the sergeants, he come up swole as hell. "You got your ID?" I'm looking, I'm like, "Oh damn, I ain't got my ID." He like, "Is your parents still here?" I look, I see my OG right there. I'm like, yeah, she right there. He like, "All right, you gonna have to go home get your ID, and meet us back at the challenge. So I'm like, dang it. So, motherfucker, we end up had to run back to the crib, get my ID, drive an hour 30, right? The challenge was in like Southern Illinois. You feel me? So we had to drive hour 30 to the challenge. And then yeah, I remember you feel me? I'm walking in there for the first time. I'm looking back at my OG. She recording me leaving and shit. She like, bye. You know, she wasn't even crying. Which made me mad, bro, because all the other parents crying, talking about they finna miss their kids. Ooh, out the band. Yeah, you know, I love you, son. Stay safe in there. OG, you feel me? Ready for a nigga to leave. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie though, I was ready to leave more than anything myself, because leading up to it, I just couldn't help but to think how I wanted to be in a different situation. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't help but to think I wanted to be somewhere different, doing somewhere different, and dealing with different people than the motherfuckers I was dealing with at home, because motherfuckers at home was just making me mad every day. I'm starting to get irritated looking at the same nigga. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to, you feel me? I'm gonna do something. You feel me? So I was starting to get eager to leave. So, you feel me? The day come, we there. I remember walking in the gym. In the gym, like after a while, it started to look like it looked like a regular gym. But I remember first walking in there, you know, somewhere you ever been before, it's always gonna look bigger first time you saying, you know what I'm saying, you went there. So my first time walking in the gym, I'm like, damn, you feel me? I'm really here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting down in the bleachers, man, bro. I remember before I even sit down, fucking Sergeant Jones. I always remember Sergeant Jones. He like, hey, where you going? He like, I'm like, I'm finna sit down right here. Sample, sit down right here. He like, nah, I think you need to go get that head checked out first. I'm like, what you mean? I gotta get my head checked out first. What you mean? Shorty, man, they put me in this room, bro. Now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how they finna cut my hair in this room? You feel me? It's a little dark in here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? They finna fuck up my lining. Shorty, I'm talking about, bro, I'm sitting down in a chair for no more than a minute, bro. No more than a minute. Promise you. It's this old lady in there cutting hair. I'm like, what's this old bitch in here doing? I'm already knowing she wasn't finna do no good job cutting my shit. She got the clippers in her hand. She shaking this shit, all that, you know. So you feel me, man? She instantly, she was, alright, don't move. I'm like, what you mean don't move? You feel me? You finna turn the light? You finna turn the light on in this bitch? You feel me? She instantly get the, nah, man, I came out that bitch looking like a broke Floyd Mayweather. No cap. I'm in that motherfucker ball Jamal. I'm like, damn. So, yeah, man, you feel me? That's how it was. Yeah, I'm probably finna make a part 2 to this. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want a part 2 to know how it was, you know what I'm saying, while I was there, if y'all want to hear a story about what happened while I was there, you feel me? Drop a comment down below, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, you feel me? More content coming soon for sure, man. Love.